let's go back to our blog post and see what we got next. Storyline number 3 for the day. So I'll move on to SmackDown. Solo returns, but accidentally costs Jacob Fatu, and as a byproduct, Damian Priest qualifies for Elimination Chamber. But I'm going to focus on the part where Solo returns and accidentally costs Jacob. So we're not going to review that match really. But this is storyline number 1 on our full SmackDown review. So let me go over there and check out what we got as our reviews for this. So the Solo return. Yeah. Robert didn't submit his SmackDown review yet, but I guess, did you?
No, I didn't. So I was half asleep when I was watching SmackDown, but I did see I did see the YouTube clip of Solo accidentally hitting. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, Vlad gave it 2 thumbs up. I gave it 2 thumbs up. We both really liked it. So let me pull up some slides and I'll get Vlad's thoughts first, I guess, since he watched SmackDown more in depth. And hold on one second. SmackDown. Sorry, guys. I got a lot to try to figure here. I got Elora also up my butt, as always, the sacred princess Elora. Actually, you know what? I should introduce her for a second before we carry on with this review. And she wants to be on TV. She wants to be famous. Elora. Oh my God! She pressed the button.
She did?
Here she is. What's
up? Hey, Elora, how's it going? Look at you.
Hey.
She hates when I do this podcast because I'm so not paying attention to her for 2 hours. But hey, the people need us to do this podcast, all right?
She's in the Hall of Fame.
She is in the Hall of Fame. Let's see. All right, so here's some slides. Solo's return. I don't know if you saw the first part, Robert, which started in the beginning of the show when Jacob Fatu came out. And he was like, I'm going to win Elimination Chamber. And then Solo shows up. And Jacob's like, I got to talk to Solo. You know what I mean? Yeah. If anyone's talking to him first, it's me, right? All right. So you saw all this.
I remember bits and pieces of that. But I did see the YouTube clip of what happened at the very end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
There was one funny part in between that when they realized Solo was at the arena. And Tama Tonga goes up to some production person. I was like, where is he? And the guy's all scared, like thinking they're going to beat people up like they usually do. And that guy was like, oh, phew, he just left. And then right when he was like calm for a second and thought everybody was gone, Jacob Fatu like came out of nowhere and blindsided this guy for no fucking reason. It's so fucking good. Jacob Fatu is awesome, bro. He's so awesome. But yeah, this was the tense part. Before the whole thing that happened at the end where Solo accidentally cost Jacob, this was the part where Solo explained himself and was like, yeah, well, I lost to the Ulafala and it fucked my head up. And, obviously you don't know how hard that was. But he's like, I'm okay now and I'm back. And I love you. He told Jacob, I love you, Jacob. And Jacob was like mad at him. So I think Vlad mentioned this last time that Jacob gave him a look when Solo abandoned them, that maybe he thought it was going to be...
Yeah, one of us mentioned it. I think maybe Robert maybe mentioned it. I can't remember what one of us said it, though.
All right. Well, at the end, Solo came in, tried to help Jacob. There was a Samoan spike out of nowhere on Braun Strowman, which was pretty funny that it was so out of nowhere. But Cody comes out, and I think Solo accidentally nails Tama Tonga because Tama Tonga was holding Cody. And that led to Jacob, like, again, what the fuck are you doing? So Solo's in trouble. I don't know where this is going to lead. I guess we'll talk about it in a second, but take another crossroads from Cody. But I'll start with Vlad. I'll give you a minute on the clock. If you need more time, you can go ahead and use more time. But go ahead. What do you think about Solo's return?
Well, Solo's return is going to be good because Jacob Fatu is involved. And Jacob Fatu is slowly becoming my favorite wrestler in the business, too. Like, I swear to God, he's so good. Everything he does is just, like, it's like gold. I don't see one thing that he does that would be like, oh, no, he shouldn't do that. Or, like, everything is tremendous. So this is going to be great. And I guess what I would say for if if neither have plans for WrestleMania, why not? Why not have Jacob versus Solo at WrestleMania? I don't see why not. That could be something very interesting. I think actually
to elevate Jacob, huh? I guess that sounds interesting.
I would say so. I would say that should be the feud. Kind of started here. There's still enough time, plenty of time before now and WrestleMania to get that thing going. I mean, it already looks like it started, so just keep pushing it along. It would be to get Jacob over, not Solo in this case, obviously.
All right. Well, Robert, do you have any thoughts on this? I guess you did say you were kind of sleeping through SmackDown because it's 3 hours long and boring, but still.
No, I was just really tired. Okay, so I think I mentioned last week that Jacob Fatu is probably my favorite wrestler at the moment. I agree with that. I think this is a potential WrestleMania feud. This would be one to watch for sure. I'd be very interested in this. I'd be interested in pretty much anything Jacob Fatu does at this point, but this would be a feud that I'd be invested in for sure.
And it's sad for me. Jacob loves Solo. I don't want to see them fight. I don't know. To me, just as it's just sad to see. I love these guys, man. What do you want me to say? I'm kind of sad at how it turned out for Solo, obviously, but I still think this was pretty good. Like the whole drama between them in the locker room was some pretty fire soap opera stuff, if I may say so myself. But let's move on. Time's up for this. All right, next topic. Let's go to topic number 6. I'm on SmackDown. I'm still on SmackDown. Okay, so this one I don't want to spend too much time on, but The Miz and LA Knight had a heated promo over who was going to get the number 1 contendership for the U.S. title. So this is storyline number 6 on our SmackDown review. Let me go through that. Let me go to that. So let me see what Vlad gave this. Let me see. I gave it a half thumbs up. Vlad also gave it a half thumbs up. Okay, so let me pull up a slide. I'll comment on this shit first, since I was the one who chose this, and this is not really a very it's not a very whatchamacallit. It wasn't a sexy angle for us to review. You know what I mean? It was just interesting to me. It wasn't one of the hottest things that happened during the week, though. But LA Knight came out to talk to Nakamura, because Nakamura's like, there's no challengers, there's no worthy challengers, which he was kind of right from what I kind of was what I was hearing him say. So LA Knight comes out, cuts a promo with him, and then The Miz comes out, and they have a promo battle, and it's very long, and they talk to each other for a lot. But I gave them credit for trying this with mid-card guys, but I think overall this wasn't really a great segment, in my opinion. I think the LA Knight's promos have not been very strong, and if the higher-ups are going to take this into account as like an example of a chance for him to show himself and prove himself, I don't know. I think this was kind of a negative today. I didn't think there was anything hot here. So, Vlad, are you disagreeing with me, or did you? I guess you kind of like this. You gave it a half thumbs up as well. But do you have any thoughts on what I just commented on?
I think this is going to shock maybe both of you, but the person I actually care more about this is Nakamura. I think Nakamura has been actually tremendous lately.
Oh my god!
Since he came back, he's been really good. Like really good, and I've hated him ever since I started watching. Since I picked back up with watching wrestling, so this must mean that he's doing his best work by far since I've started watching. So I don't really I didn't even remember what they were talking about. Did they talk for so long? I mean, I probably zoned out. I may have been in the same
boat as Robert
was. Yeah, I may have just been sleeping at that point because, like, what the hell is even happening here, bro? Because I did watch it late, so I probably zoned out. Probably was on my phone at that point. Because, honestly, I don't care about The Miz and LA Knight's cool, but like I don't want to. They had a feud previously, like before, and I don't want to see that again.
It was better before. But when Miz did a LA Knight impression one day, like, I don't know, this segment was a clunker to me, and I think it was kind of bad for LA Knight. his catchphrases are not really landing. I really didn't even know what he was saying at times. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
Robert,
I don't know.
if you don't have any comments about this or you didn't see it, I'll just move on. Whatever. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the crowd was trying to go along with what LA Knight was doing and trying to say, yeah, but I don't know. I didn't think it really worked. It wasn't very good. So let me see.